This is the Zach and Sahan podcast, where we review our weekly English movies. Unfortunately, my co-host Sahan will not be attending this one, so it'll just be me on my own. But I'll be reviewing Raising Victor Vargas, directed by Peter Sollett. Basically, the movie starts with the main character, Victor Vargas, basically getting with this girl who goes by Fat Donna, and stuff goes down, and Victor's sister finds out that Victor was with Fat Donna and threatens to tell everyone that Fat Donna and Victor were a thing. And so because of that, Victor decides to throw the phone out the window, breaking the phone. Shortly after that, Victor's mom, which is she's dressed as just grandma in the show, or in the movie, she finds out and locks up the phone. And then in order to kind of like rebuild his name, or like earn his like name back, like symbolically, he decides that he wants to go find like an attractive girl to make up for it. And so he finds this girl named Judy at the pool, tries talking to her, and it doesn't go well. They part ways, but then later on, Victor meets a kid on the street who is Judy's little brother, and Judy's little brother coincidentally also likes Victor's little sister. So Victor basically allows Judy's little brother to get with his sister if it meant that he could meet Judy again. And he basically, the little brother brings Victor to Judy, where they talk, and they kind of like get off on a better foot. He apologizes for the way he like talked to her at the pool. And yeah, they decide to spend more time together, and they eventually become a lot closer. They hang out some. From there, they pretty much get into a relationship, and that's ultimately like the main gist of the story. They get into a relationship, and then there's some stuff. They have like interactions between like all the different characters, and like each character has their own like coming of age story. Like Victor has his little brother who like shows like how he's growing up, going through puberty, and then the same goes for Victor's little sister as well, who starts to get into like a relationship with Judy's little brother. But yeah, he basically, the whole like concept of the story is Victor basically went from this like kind of like scummy character who didn't really like the whole like catcalling, pretty much. He was like a catcaller type of personality, but then he basically developed and became more mature, and just like treated Judy better, and that was like his whole story. So that's the gist of the story. My opinions on the acting: I felt that the acting in this was by far the best acting between all the movies we've seen. I really liked how Victor's character was written, and I really like how he acted. Like the way he talked throughout the entire movie felt extremely natural, especially at the start. I feel he played a really good role at like this is slang, but it's like the whole like spitting game, like he tries to like chat with like a girl and like get her to like him, and I thought that he did like a really good job of that. Like it was very well done. He fit the role perfectly. And then throughout the, even like past that, it's just the dialogue and acting felt supernatural between all the characters. So that's also like credit to like the playwriting of the movie as well. I also really liked the grandma's acting was really good as well. Her character was very well done. She was like super wholesome and just like overall like a good character. She felt like a really natural character. Moving on to like the cinematic and theatrical elements. I thought they were the best out of all of them. Again, out of all the previous movies we'd seen, by far I think this one had the best. I feel like they had the best. A lot of the shots were, again, just eye level shots with like a POV shot of like an actual person, but specifically in this movie, which set it apart from other ones, was I feel like it just caught better angles of these like head level shots. Like I remember there's like a specific moment where it was like, I think right before Victor and Judy kiss, it was just like a perfect like over the shoulder, like looking into his eyes is like a great shot. Just other stuff like that, I just felt like it was very well filmed. Moving on to like the themes and the lessons. So obviously this was a coming of age movie, and as I had previously mentioned, it shows Victor as he kind of like comes to an understanding of like a more mature way to like basically treat women. Like he basically through like meeting Judy and like talking with Judy, he basically came to an understanding, and also his interactions with his grandma as well. He came to an understanding that like women just in general don't want to be talked to like that, and just should not be. So he kind of like gained more respect towards them. So the overall the movie kind of discusses themes of like just like the portrayal of like women in like relationships, as well as like sex, and how like relationships can be more than just like sex, and can actually and should like basically extend past that, and you should like bond on a more personal level. Overall, I felt like this film was really good, and I would give it a on a letter grade scale. And I personally think this because the acting was super good, the screenwriting was super good, so the dialogue was super fluid. I thought there were great shots throughout the whole thing, and I loved the themes that they talked about. I felt that the characters were super well written. I loved the grandma. I loved Victor. He was super funny. And I just loved the way that I also loved the ending, because I realized that it ended without them basically having sex, which was basically exactly what I like wanted them to do, because like it went perfectly with the whole message that they were trying to prove. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and that was the Solo Zach podcast.